Now, this person is a part of you, right? They are a part of your brand in some shape, form, or fashion. They may not need your services. They may never purchase your services, but they are going to tell everybody about you and who you are and what you do. I literally have people that have never been my clients that send me so many referrals. I'm like, well, whenever you need something, just call me and I can do it for you, right? Because they send me so many people, even though they really don't have need for the services that I offer. So that's that step that you really, really, really want to think about. The other thing too is now it creates a pool, right? That's some type of referral source. Now people are going to say, you should have such and such come and speak at your event because I heard them say this, or this is what they do. So now people are just like throwing your name in the hat for things. You have no idea that people, and I know a lot of you, if you're on this feed and you've had this experience, because I see some of you and I know you have, if you've had that experience where it's sort of like out of the blue, someone contacts you and they say, I would love for you to be in my magazine. I would love for you to be a part of my movement. I would love for you to be a speaker at such and such. And you're sort of like, okay, but I know that I never submitted for this. Like, how did you find out about me? And they're telling you about one of your ambassadors or a tribe member or a client, right? Or a friend of a client or a customer, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very, very important that you really get this and understand that it all starts with doing it afraid. It all starts with you saying, you know what, I am no longer going to be held in bondage over this situation. For those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, you may have seen me do a relationship, ending a relationship this morning. And I know, for nosy people, the first thing that they want to see is if my personal relationship has ended or if there's been an issue, in my personal life. I get it, right? But what was important for me is to publicly proclaim today as the end of the relationship that I've personally had with doubt, with fear. And in that post, I tell you guys, what are those things, right? What are those things, guys, that were the results of things like doubt, fear, being addicted to people pleasing, right? And a lot of people that kind of know me or they see my personality, like, you, Latanya, you're a people pleaser. And I realized that I was. For years, I was a people pleaser. I always want everybody to be okay. That's a part of my makeup, and I'm not going to lose that. But what I had to realize is there's a fine line between being a servant and being a people pleaser. And I'm encouraging you guys, continue to be a servant, continue to be who you are. Never be a people pleaser. Never be addicted to approval. Because what will happen is if you don't get that, or if that person is not pleased who you're trying to please, it's now going to start issues for you. So it's vital that you get that. It's vital that you really understand how this works. Because at the end of the day, we've talked about all of those steps. You know what's going to happen? You're going to generate new business, whether you look for it or not, right? You may actually generate new product lines, new connections, whether you want to or not, right? We talked yesterday about image. Today, I really want you to understand that part of your brand, part of your image is your story. Who the heck are you? Like, I don't know if it's fortunate or oh, I get you, Kenya. Kenya said that she's a recovering people pleaser, and then Kevin Williams says that there is something called the disease to please, and I like that. Kevin, I may have to use that. Stay away from the disease to please, the disease to please, y'all, because I'm telling you, it will completely wreck your life. You're always looking for somebody to give you an attaboy. You're always looking for somebody to build you up. Right? Audrey Bell Kearney, y'all, you guys know Audrey. She is the president and CEO of HerTube Media Network. Audrey says, stop being doormats and saying, I'm just a nice person. Right. You ain't a nice person. People are walking all over you and they don't care. Right. So what happens at the end of the day, you know where you are. You're somewhere crying because somebody did you wrong. So again, I think you really have to understand. But here's the thing. You'll hear people say, well, I wouldn't be telling people about what happened to me because all people gonna do, they gonna look at you funny. So, because guess what? It's a lot better to be out, right? To be outside And because you never know, for every one person that quote looks at you funny, there are going to be 10 people that's going to embrace you in a lot of different ways. Some of those people are going to say, you know what, I wish I was as strong as you. I wish I was as strong as you, because if I could just tell my story, I know that my life would change. See, that's the one person you want. You want that person that tells you, when you shared your story, it changed my life. And being a person and people on this feed that I know, they have had that experience, and then it completely motivates them to move forward. Now, let me give you guys a cautionary tale. Don't then allow the enemy in your mind to turn it around and make you feel guilty about not sharing your story sooner. I'm going to take a drink on that because that was my problem. Right? And I'm sharing this with you guys because here's the thing. There's always a trick in our heads. You know, for those of us that are Christian, we tend to say it's a ploy of the enemy. Whatever that thing is, right, that makes you speak negatively and think negatively towards yourself, kill it. It's not that it's not going to rear its head, but now that it's been exposed, you know, right? You know it's going to come, and you know it's a lie. See, the best position to be in with a liar is to know that they telling a lie, even if you don't say nothing, right? You know how much of a position of power it is when you tell somebody, when you're saying to yourself, they just sitting here lying, and I'm just sipping my tea. Listen to the lies, waiting on them to get out of my face. It takes a process, people, to get to that point, right? It took a process for me to get to that point where I'm comfortable with even the lies that happen in my own head. Even the things that try to creep up from back in the day. You know, it takes a lot for me to say, you know what, I have conquered this. I am an overcomer, right? And when I say this, people are like, what? Like you? Like, yes, me. So for those of you that are struggling with this, see, part of this show today is me getting back to the reason I'm supposed to be doing this anyway, right? The reason I'm supposed to be doing this, yeah, you can bring your business to me and I can set it up, right? I can give you an operations plan, strategic growth plan. You want to take your business to Canada? I can help you do that. You want to take your business to London? I can help you do that. You want to take your business statewide, regional, national? I can help you do that. But here's the thing. What I can also help you do, in part, I know of my personal cause for actually being here, is to help you understand how valuable your brand is, right? You may not see it right now. You may not see it, but I am telling you, right? There is a reason that idea is burning in your stomach, right? There's a reason that you always tend to migrate to doing certain things, right? There's a reason that you always get met with opposition when you get too high. There's a reason why people want to connect with you and attach to you like a leech. You have something valuable. Don't let the fact that leeches are among you make you say, well, I just don't even want to do it. I just don't even want to do it because I'm sick and tired of people. They coming around, they get my information, then they leave. See, that's when you work with a LaTanya or some of these other great business strategists on this feed that will tell you how to deal with that situation, right? They will tell you how to cut that off at the pass and show you tools and tips to do that. But what I also want you guys to understand is just because you're sharing your story, just because you're sharing your testimony, understand that a lot of it really is for you. For those of you that have just joined us, I do want to go back and give that listing, for lack of a better word, of how sharing your testimony has a direct and positive impact on your brand. So the first one is you share your testimony. Second step, that allows you to create a connection or a reference to potential clients, customers, tribe members, ambassadors, so on and so forth, right? Then you create a relationship with the people that are ready to move forward. Whatever that situation is, you then, step 3, create a relationship. Step 4, now after you create the relationship, very important, after the relationship is created, that's when the person will become whatever that status is. Are they a customer? Are they a client? Are they a resource? Are they an ambassador? Are they a tribe member? So you have to create the relationship first. These things tend to blur and happen organically, but I want you to see that there's value in following these steps. The next step is, now that you have these clients, ambassadors, you're going to have a pool of people that are sending you referrals. Again, they are potential clients. You have a full network and pool. You have a referral source, because guess what? If somebody's your present client or they're your present customer, they can still become a new customer, right? When you either add something new to your product line, or they're going to be a repeat customer, or they're just going to be an ambassador, especially if you have a product, because people are going to say, where did you get that from? Or who did the food at your wedding? Or who did the cake? Or, whatever. These are all relationships, right? The last thing is what I just said. It's then going to result in business generation. And so, guys, if you took nothing else from today's show, I want you to know that you are valuable. I want you to know that your story is not for you, it's for others. And that by telling and sharing your story, now don't listen, day one, you can't put it all out there, because trust me when I tell you that you're not ready. But what you can share, start to share piece by piece. You've seen people, even on this timeline, say, when I shared my story, this is what happened. I told you guys about people that have shared their story, and now they're building a brand, right? And the brand built itself because they shared their story. They're being flooded with people saying, thank you so much. That helped me, right? Even our evening show, right? I wish I should have called Mario Brown before I got on to this morning, but he has been getting so many people reaching out to him about our show last week, like, oh my God, right? Because these are things that have changed their lives. And this is just perspectives, like we didn't even know. So what am I saying with you? What I'm saying to you is, you never know who your story is going to help. Please don't let shame, fear of judgment, doubt, don't let all of those things prevent you from helping yourself as well as helping other people. So again, happy Friday, everyone. I wish you a blessed and prosperous weekend. We will be right back here on Monday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with Power of Attorney. For those of you that want to find out more about me, visit my website, LaTonyaMoore.com. Also, for those of you that's in the Huntsville area or willing to come on down to the Huntsville area, on Saturday, January 13th, we will be having our first Rocket City Speaks of 2018. It is a speakers platform that really honestly exhibits the best and the brightest from the US, the UK, and Canada. We have a fabulous lineup. We have my Real Perspectives co-host. And listen, the relationship restoration specialist, for those of you that don't know what that is, come to Rocket City Speaks and find out. Mario Brown. His website is mariocbrown.org. We have Renona Peoples, right? She's going to be coming. She helps women that are in domestic violence situation, not just get out of the situation, but get out of the situation in their head. Lots of things that we talked about today. We have John Maxwell, certified speaker, Britton Harvest. He's from Alabama as well. He is going to be coming, and he's going to be talking about how the words that you use and the things that you focus on, that's what you empower. How powerful is that? Just understanding and learning that mindset shift, right? We're also going to have Huntsville's own, listen, the poet laureate herself, Mahogany Brown, is going to be with us. And she's really going to be talking about the importance of self-expression and expressing yourself. And she's going to be sharing some of the things that she's seen. And listen, it's not for kids. It's not just for kids. It's not just for, teens. Expression is for everyone. Right? So she's going to be sharing all of those things. So again, thank you guys so much for being a part of the Power of Attorney family. You can reach us on the Facebook page. I put the link in the description. Like the page. Let us know what you'd like to see. Give us a review. Let us know what you think about the show. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And so until Monday, have a great weekend.